Right, YouTube. So you know Chandler Halderson has been found guilty, right? I know you guys all know the story. You guys all know what happened. But the question remains, why did he do what he did? Now, there's many other creators that have said he's a psycho, he's mentally unstable, sinister, all the usual hobbledegoop you hear, around killers. But as far as I'm concerned, he wasn't a psycho, he wasn't mentally ill, he was just a lazy bastard. So in this video, I'll give you a quick timeline of what happened, then I'll tell you why he did what he did. So if you do end up liking this video, please subscribe and please follow me on Instagram. I need the clout. DM me, you're from the crime channel, so I can follow you back. So on July the 1st, 2021, Chandler claims this is the last time he saw his parents. He claimed his parents left for a 4th of July trip. Now, his mother's co-workers got concerned because she didn't turn up to work. This was, something out of the blue. If his mother was not going to go to work, then the first person she would have told was her co-workers. So the co-workers go to the house, to check if she's okay. They see Chandler over there. They see blood on his foot. He claims he stepped on glass. Now on July the 3rd, a woman reported that she saw Chandler in Cottage Grove, and it would later be reported that the police found a body in the same area where this lady saw Chandler. Now, it was around July 7th where Chandler officially reported to the police that his parents are missing. He confirmed that he last spoke to his parents around July the 3rd or 4th-ish in a text message with his mother. This is where the mother confirmed, hey, we're going to go away for, the July 4th weekend, and we'll be back on the Monday or the Tuesday. And upon reporting his parents missing, the police did go to the house, have a look around, and they noticed that a big piece of glass was missing from the fireplace. And on that same day, Chandler, because he's a fucking genius, decided to go to one of his neighbor's houses. And you know how you get those Ring doorbells, right? The new security cameras and stuff they had. He asked his neighbor, do these door cameras actually capture the video? Then the neighbor, later on, gave this conversation to the police because the video camera on the doorbell was capturing it anyway. And on July the 8th, the police started to search the area where Chandler was spotted, Cottage Grove, that I mentioned earlier. The police there found a body, well, a torso to be specific. They also found a pair of scissors, a saw blade, and bolt cutters. So someone certainly was getting to work. Eventually, the police questioned him and he asked for a lawyer. And at this point, the police knew he was lying, so they arrested him for lying in the investigation. The lie essentially was where his parents were. And upon his arrest, police did note he had bruises and scratches on his legs. So on July the 10th, the coroner conducted an autopsy on this torso that the police found, and the coroner confirmed that the remains belonged to Bart Halderson, who was Chandler's father. The coroner confirmed that Bart died by homicide and he was shot in the abdomen. Now on July the 12th, Chandler makes his first police appearance, but he's only there, he's only being charged or being told off for, lying in the investigation. But the police wanted to keep him there because they knew murder charges were coming. Of course, as a police officer, from their experience, they knew, all right, we're just going to continue following this story. We're going to keep searching the house. We're going to keep pressing him. And eventually we'll find that he did it. So on July 15th, he's formally charged with the murder of his father and mutilation of a corpse. On July the 27th, more remains were found, this time at the house of the Haldersons, but the police couldn't determine who these remains belonged to. On July the 28th, the courts decide there's actually enough evidence to charge Chandler with homicide, so they set an arraignment for August the 13th. And then 2 days later, on July the 30th, police find remains of Krista Halderson, who's his mother, in the Wisconsin River. And with that, on August the 25th, Chandler is formally charged with killing his mother. And then eventually he's found guilty on 2 counts of intentional homicide. So the question you got asked now, and this is the point of the video, why did he do this? Why? This guy in the public eye seemed like an innocent kid, a fun kid, a smart kid. He's doing some kind of engineering degree. He seems to have a good job. This guy's gonna have a wonderful life. But he was just a fraud. Everything he told his parents were just a bunch of lies. And I'll get to why he lied in a second. But for example, he told his father he works for SpaceX. His father and his girlfriend, he told he works for SpaceX, the Elon Musk company. He told his father he's some insurance sales agent. He told his father he's studying engineering at college. He told his father that he wanted to make money and get his degree. So as far as his parents are concerned, they're thinking, okay, he's mapping out his life. He wants to spend it with his girlfriend. He's doing well in college, no problem, good on you, son. But then eventually his father found out all of this was bullshit. What does he gain from lying? I mean, it was reported that his girlfriend's mother even offered to get him a car, have him stay at their house for a few months with no rent to help him get him on his feet. So that tells me maybe his girlfriend or his girlfriend family knew that most of what he was saying was all bullshit. But the reason why he did it is because he just couldn't be bothered. Now, this is all purely based on my own inferences. There's no evidence to back this up, but to me, it's pretty simple. He just did not want to do the work. He couldn't be asked waking up in the morning studying for school. Engineering is hard. That's why I never did it. So the way it worked in Chandler's head was that, of course, he wanted to work for SpaceX and be a successful guy, but he was more in love with the idea of success rather than actual success. He loved the notion of being able to tell people, oh, I work for SpaceX, but he wasn't willing to do the work. Like gambling addicts, right? Gambling addicts love the thrill of victory more than victory itself. Now, I'm guessing his parents gave him everything. Not necessarily a silver spoon, but I think they spoon fed him everything, to which as he got older in life, he thought, well, they'll just do it for me anyway. And he didn't develop or he wasn't nurtured any kind of work ethic. I mean, I look at Chandler and I swear to God, I see 100 other people similar to the high school I went to. Chandler in high school or as a friend would have been a normal guy. See, I think if Chandler was a friend of mine, or if he went to the high school I went to, I think he would have been just another normal kid, right? I know he did stupid stuff right now, killing his parents, which is disgusting. But I think if you were to sit down and have a conversation with him, I don't think he'd be meek. I don't think he'd be awkward. I don't think he'd be insecure. I just think he would be like anyone else. But I think this is just a simple case of he just didn't want it. He didn't want to become a man. He didn't want responsibility. He did not want to be what his father wanted him to be, which was just an upstanding member of his community. Chandler Halderson is one of the biggest frauds America has ever seen. And I'll conclude on this. The reason why I say all of this is because I was like this. For half of my life, I loved the idea of becoming a soccer player, for example, which is what I wanted to be, right? Or I loved the idea of, working hard in a bank or some shit like that. I don't know. But I was never ever willing to put in the work. I don't think his parents ever pressured him. My parents never pressured me. But eventually I matured and here I am. This motherfucker was too ashamed to accept reality. He decided, let me kill them, because he was embarrassed by his web of lies. So he puts two brain cells together and he thinks, oh, let me kill my parents. In fact, I'd even give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe him killing his parents was an accidental moment, right? I know I'm not justifying it, but let's say it was an accidental moment. But then the cutting up the bodies and all that stuff, that's not deranged. That's not, him being a psycho or mentally ill. That's the same thing as him being embarrassed that he lied about his entire life. He was just trying to cover his tracks. That's it. Let me know if you agree.